Hey you guys, good morning. Jeff Rahim Bronner, mid-July 2014. I want to take just a few minutes and just tell you my story. And I don't know if that's because you might decide to join me in business. Some of what I'm going to share might be helpful for you, but it's come to my heart to just sort of tell the truth of my experience of this crazy industry that we call network marketing or multi-level marketing, or now, with the advent of the internet, now it's become affiliate marketing. So, God, mid-90s, early 90s, I had a real heart-opening experience. I'm from a Jewish family. No one in my family believes in God. We literally believe that when you die, that's it, you just go in the ground. And which is awful and terrible. And, unfortunately, my father, Richard, got very, very sick with lung cancer. Died at age 44, non-smoker, and I was only 18. And I went on a real search. If there is a spiritual path, a healing alternative, books on natural healing, I explored it. I wanted to know why people get sick. Could my dad's death have been avoided? And if you search long enough, eventually you end up at God or a higher power. And I really took a look at a lot of my family's beliefs, a lot of my beliefs, and something really deeply healed in my heart. And, in a priceless turn of events, I recovered my faith or found my faith in God and a higher power. And I had a very deep heart-opening experience about age 25, maybe 26. Well, then just 2 weeks later, a friend of mine approached me about network marketing. I'd never heard about it, didn't know what it was. It was for a blue-green algae company. I looked at it, said, I don't really know what this is, but I just had this big opening experience. Now I believe in God. Let me try it. And I remember getting the manual and studying it, and okay, if I invite people to try this product and to start their own business, and they invite people to try the product and start their own business, and they invite people to try the product and start their own business, the company's going to pay me a little bit on everybody. Well, I thought that was like a minor miracle. And from that moment forward, I was hooked. And this whole idea of find a friend, help them build, find a friend, help them build, it stuck with me. Although I have to admit, when I first started, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I ended up talking to 784 people. I know because I kept track. One of my upline or my mentors said, keep track if you want to know how you're doing and see if a ratio develops. I wasn't very good back then. I had long hair down to my hips. I drove a broken down VW bus and didn't have much money, didn't really know what the heck I was talking about. But so in the beginning, 1 out of 20 people would sign up with me. And then it got to be 1 out of 15, and then it got to be 1 out of 10. About 1 out of 10 is where I stayed. Out of those original almost 800 people, 84 people joined my business. I had 84 people on the front line. Now back then, I really thought it was about just kind of selling the product and getting people to try blue-green algae. And if they wanted to do the business, that's great. If they didn't, I didn't really know what to do. So I remember when one of my good friends, she said, okay, I want to actually do this as a business. She's like, do you have some time to help me and to meet with some of my prospects? And I said, I really don't. I said, I'm so busy talking to my own people. I'm really sorry, but good luck. All right, hope it goes well. And that was it. And looking back now, oh my God, what a colossal mistake. So for any of you who are in network marketing, who are building an organization right now, it is all about people, okay? The company you're with, the product or service they offer, it's important. And people have to have some kind of affinity for it. But we are in the people business. When people ask me what I do for a living, I have a bunch of different answers, but the main thing we do is we build people. Okay, we help people become leaders. We help them become the best they can be. We help people reach their potential. And when people ask what I do now, I tell people I'm a recruiter. And they say, a recruiter for what? And I say, well, I teach people how to have a second income, how to be able to quit their job, how to make a boatload of money and do whatever they want. People are like, really? That's what you do? I'm like, Yeah, that's what I do. You want to hear about it? Almost everybody says yes. So I spent a couple years in the blue-green algae business. I spent about $15,000 on trainings and seminars and conventions and products and marketing materials. I never made more than $400 a month. I ended up thinking the whole thing was a scam, and I quit, and I swore I would never go back to network marketing. Sound familiar to any of you? But what's interesting is I learned some things. I learned how to become a marketer. I learned how to promote. I took the concept of recruit 5 people and teach them to recruit 5 people. And I actually got hired as a marketing director for a national seminar company. And they were looking to build a grassroots organization. I was their marketing director for 5 years. I helped improve their network by over 300%. And what I've noticed with a lot of people is people who have quit network marketing, who still to this day think it's a pyramid scheme or a scam, they've taken away skills they learned, and it's benefited them in other ways, other places in their life. So I got married, we had a beautiful daughter. I actually began a career as a motivational speaker, as a spiritual healer. I've spent the last 15 years helping people heal their hearts, touch their souls, heal their marriages. I still do it professionally to this day. I'm kind of not bipolar, but almost like multiple personalities. I'm like Rahim, the spiritual healer, and then Jeff, the business guy. And somewhere in between there, I've gotten hired and done a lot of work as a business consultant. Several CEOs have helped me or asked me to help them build and make their organizations and their companies more efficient. So I've been self-employed for the last decade, more or less. And I pretty much swore I'd never go back to MLM. And it wasn't until about 6 or 7 years ago, my wife and I, we were wanting to bump up in income. I actually wanted to build a retreat center so a lot of my clients and students could come study with us. And I just wasn't making enough money as a healer. And I was making a good income, probably about $80,000 a year. I think one year I made $100,000, which is not bad living as a spiritual healer. And I'm not a psychic. I don't do psychic projections. It's not like that. It's more like therapy with a spiritual component. That's how I say it to people. And I wanted to make more money. I didn't know what to do. I began looking at MLMs or network marketing companies, much to my wife's chagrin, and ended up choosing one. I chose a healthy chocolate company. And I remember I was talking to a couple of my friends who knew me as a healer. And I said, hey, I'm thinking about getting into this business, and I'm wondering if you'd be interested. And they said, well, what is it? And I said, it's a chocolate pyramid. And they said, what do you mean? I said, it's one of those pyramid things, network marketing, and it's about eating chocolate and losing weight. And they said, you're doing a chocolate pyramid? And I said, yeah. And they said, okay, we'll sign up. And I signed up about 7 people that first week. I signed up about 60 people in the first 2 months. Within about 2.5, 3 months, I was making $1,000 a month. I was doing weekly calls. My organization was growing. Life was good. And then a couple things happened. I had some conflict, let's say, some issues of conflict with my upline, with the leaders of the company. They did some things that I thought was greedy, and it bothered me. And a good friend of mine who has been a 7-figure earner in this industry was joining a brand new company that's just about to launch. And I don't know if this was smart or not, but I let him talk me into leaving the chocolate business and joining his new thing. And I brought my entire team, well, about 40 of us, 50 of us came over to the new thing. And my friend Tony and I, we worked together. We put about another 60 people in. So we had almost 100 people. And then he bailed. And we were only in it for about 6 weeks. There were some issues with the initial products. You know, it's a launch. Whenever you're with a new MLM, sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. Today the company's doing great, but I kind of wish we'd hung in there. And when he bailed, my business sort of fizzled out. So I took a step back, held off from MLM for a year or two, have kind of come back full circle. And those of you who are in the industry are kind of in and out of it. You know, it's a real love-hate relationship. When it's going good, it's amazing. And when it sours, people's hearts can just close or turn. And it can build real fast and it can fall apart real fast. So about 6 months ago, I started looking again, and I interviewed and researched about 70 different companies. And what I was looking for, I didn't want to do straight MLM. I'd learned about affiliate marketing. They pay much higher commissions, but there's no residual income. And what I was looking for was a hybrid. I wanted something that had the high commissions of affiliate marketing, but had the team building and the personal growth aspect of MLM. And what I found was a brand new company called Empower Network, about 2.5 years old. They've done $100 million in sales in their first 2.5 years. And basically, it's a blog. It's a blogging platform for $25 a month. It's organized with all the graphics and SEO so you can get ranked in the search engines. And then there are classes and trainings that teach you how to blog effectively, how to market effectively, and how to build a presence and become a leader online. And the reason I really liked it is it had an incredible compensation plan. 80% payout on most of the classes. There were people making $100,000 in their first couple months. So whereas I built a group of 80 people and was making $1,000, now you have people with 100 people making $50,000 to $100,000. That was very enticing. I want to make income disclosure. Not everybody makes money in this business. In fact, most people in Empower Network don't make anything. Okay, if you look at the income disclosure, 90% make like $300 a year. Okay, one thing I will say about Empower, it is not easy to figure out. It's a little more confusing because there's no tangible product. It's not a potion, it's not a pill, it's not a lotion, it's not skincare, it's education and information. And it's basically like you're going back to school to learn how to make money online. Okay, that is what Empower Network sells. Well, I looked at all that, thought it was very interesting, liked the leaders, liked the comp plan, decided not to do it. And the reason is I've already talked to almost everyone in my warm market from my other 3 companies. I didn't have a whole lot of people left to approach. And I said, this looks great, everything about it, but I don't have the network I used to have. And that's not completely true, but I was nervous to do it again. Well, I looked at couple other companies, but I kept an eye on Empower. And there's a guy named Chris Jones, and he started a front-end marketing company called iPass, Internet Prospect Accelerator System, or Acceleration System. And it basically is a front-end marketing tool or vehicle to sell Empower Network products. And iPass 1 was extremely successfal. In fact, 8 out of the 10 top earners inside Empower were using iPass. Every single one of them making at least $100,000 a year. And the top, Chris, made I think $1 million in 2.5 or 3 years. And he was building iPass 2, and it was just getting ready to launch. Well, I loved it. I like Chris, he's very trustworthy. I watched the videos. I fell in love with this idea of not needing to recruit family and friends, doing all my prospecting online, and letting a turnkey system like iPass do everything for me. So I signed up, I got all in. At that point it was $5,000. I invested the $5,000. iPass 2 was hiring coaches. 300 people applied. Only 9 of us got hired, and I was blessed enough and lucky enough to get hired. So I am now one of the professional sales coaches or business coaches for iPass 2. We have not yet launched. We are going to launch any day. I think it's going to launch by August 1st or early August. If you are drawn to me, if you like what I've shared so far, I would love to have you take a look at iPass 2. I'd love to have you think about working with me. I'm only honestly looking to sign up 3, 4, maybe 5 people. I do not want to go 1,000 wide this time. I want to take 3 or 4 really quality people, and I want to help you become successful. So I want to correct that mistake I made when I told my good friend Beth, good luck, hope it goes well, and I actually want to build it with you. So, we'll make a list of your 5 or 10 or 15 top people. I will talk to your people with you or for you. I'm going to be in the trenches building it with just a couple people. My goal, I want to help you or someone on your team become a millionaire. And I gotta tell you, with iPass 2, it is 100% possible. So click on the link below or enter your email below. It'll shoot you through to Chris and his talking about iPass 2. Just so you know my plan, once I'm making $5,000 or $10,000 a month through iPass, I am then gonna go back to my family and friends and say, look, I'm making $10,000 a month. Here's how I did it. Let's do the same thing for you. So this is something that is very duplicatable. My name is Jeff Rahim Bronner. Hope you enjoyed this message. I'll make you a special offer. Even if you decide to not join me in iPass 2, if you're currently in MLM or network marketing, I'm an awesome coach. People have paid me a lot of money. I'm willing to do one free coaching call with you. I promise I'll be able to help you in your business. Now, I may try and recruit you for mine, but honestly, I don't really care. I've signed up a lot of people. I'm going to sign up a lot of people. I'm just looking for the right people. All right, Jeff Rahim Bronner, thank you for your time. Good luck. God bless.